Unfortunately for you. Do you like yourself some cheese? How about some Partizan cheese?
There's something missing from my bed. I'm staring at the ceiling, can't remember what I said. Let me whisper in your ear. I'm sitting here alone, but I wish that you were here. I'm feeling like I messed up and I'm sorry. I look up and my vision's getting starry. Wrapped up in my head, think back all the time about the things I never said.
The Partizan is one of those weapons that you might see and recognize, but after a good minute or two, you forget about completely. It hangs on a body in the undead settlement, just chilling there. You might knock the body down, get it, think to yourself, ooh, gotta try this out later. Realize it's one of the smaller spears in the game, and bam! Never touch it again. This is what we're going to correct today. Reveal to you the weapon that the Partizan actually is. So first things first, its moveset. Now while it is true that the Partizan lacks range, it does not lack in its moveset. The R1s are the characteristic R1s of a spear, which is a good thing. Spear R1s are quick, perfect for pokes or chase downs. You will have to get used to the Partizan's tight hitbox when it comes to these attacks, particularly in the running R1. If you're used to other longer spears like the four-pronged plow, you'll have to reassess your spacing with the Partizan, but that shouldn't prove too difficult. What separates it from every other spear in the game though, besides the reignite spear, is its R2s and weapon art. And oh boy, do these make the weapon. The R2s are horizontal slashes that are not only great for mix-ups and roll catches, but they do an incredible amount of damage even when uncharged. Since most ordinary spears have precise hitboxes, your opponents will either try to sprint around you or roll into your spear to avoid your R1s. But this isn't any ordinary spear. When they roll into you, that's when you catch them with an R2. If you hit them with an R2 after they roll, they'll be stunned long enough to be hit with a second R2, dealing big damage for a spear. The R2s make up for the R1's weaknesses. It has just as much range, if not more, it can easily punish parry spammers, and it throws off the rolls of anyone who's trying to avoid getting hit by it. But this wouldn't be the Partizan without one more crucial detail, and that's the weapon art. Who thought this was a good idea? Who thought that tanking through a Farron Greatsword L1 with a spear was a good idea? Whoever made that call over at FromSoft, bless you. You are a genius. This is Miyazaki's vision. The Partizan weapon art is the same as the weapon art that most glaives have, the spin sweep. The difference between the Partizan spin sweep and, say, the Black Knight glaive spin sweep is that the Partizan does considerably less damage on its weapon art. However, that doesn't stop the weapon art from being a vital tool in the Partizan's arsenal. This weapon art is essentially free poise. For a weapon that has no business having poise, it's got it at the press of a button. And believe it or not, the fun doesn't end there. That was an R1 true combo into an R2 weapon art roll catch. That entire pseudo combo does anywhere from 1100 damage up to 1300 plus damage if buffed with a bundle. What elevates the Partizan even further is the fact that it has more than one true combo. It's got the R1 into R1, of course, but then it also has the R2 into weapon art. If you happen to be running low on stamina and need damage quickly, you can also do R2 into R1. And again, if you roll caught someone with an R2, the stun lock will hold out long enough for another R2. In some cases though, the R2 into R2 seems to only work when they roll into it. You can mix and match all your different attacks together, and that's what makes the Partizan special. After performing a weapon art, you can hold your R2 to roll catch the other player and bring them right back into your combos. If you're dealing with a weapon that has poise, well, you have your own poise button. Quick disclaimer though, the weapon art isn't a get out of jail free card for trades, and you will still bear the full brunt of an attack. Keep that weapon art in your back pocket for smaller weapons like axes, straight swords, rapiers, other spears, etc. And if this information has got you tempted into giving this weapon a try, then the next question is, how do you build around the Partizan? Fortunately for you, it is super simple to fit the Partizan in almost any build. The Partizan's requirements are incredibly lenient. You only need 14 strength and 12 dexterity. From there, the choice is yours. A 66 strength build can use it. A 75 dex build can use it. A quality build, either 40-40 or 26-40, can also use it. A dark build can definitely use it. All these builds and more can easily incorporate the Partizan and still manage to pump out similar AR from each other. The fact that its stat requirements are so low also means that invaders as low as Soul level 36 can use a raw infused Partizan, buff it with a bundle, and then they're set. I've taken the Partizan into invasions, and while it isn't outperforming straight swords versus ganks, no one should go sleeping on it. The moment you disrespect the Partizan is when it will get you. And oh, it will get you. And that's about it for the Partizan. These last two videos were rather short, but hopefully they were sweet. A quick shout out to Derpy Turtle for telling me about this weapon. I don't know how in the 2 years that this game has been out and the hundreds of hours that I put into this game, that I was able to just miss out on this weapon completely. It is so refreshing to use a weapon with a playstyle that isn't just centered around R1s, and to have those extra buttons be just as useful as an R1. This is why I've highlighted weapons such as the Aquamarine Dagger and the Rose of Ariandel. If y'all are interested in seeing more videos like these, I could see about investigating other weapons in the Souls series as a whole, not just Dark Souls 3. Also, it's getting to that time where everyone's feeling a bit burnt out on Souls in general. Who knows how many players will flock back to Souls games at all? Maybe it's time to hang up that old homeward bone and move on to bigger and greener pastures. Maybe. Maybe. Alas, butthole. Thank y'all so much for watching. Like that smash button if you enjoyed genuinely this, and comment a leave if you would like to thought your shares. Keep your head up out there, y'all. And stay safe. Have a great day, and a good night.
I think it was a Saturday. After they learned the word pros all pretty. Backwoods, back porch tree so fitting. Grass so green, so sticky with the dew. So optical illusion, imaginary blue. A secondary lullaby that's sitting in the pew, breaking down another you. My first love, so how you gon' leave and let the roaches in? I ain't got a bunch of money, walls is closing in.